everyone, I'm Timothy Michael with Hollywood First Look Features, and I'm joined by my film-obsessed friend, KIYRA LYNN.
Hi, movie lovers!
And today we are reviewing the sci-fi comedy on Hulu right now called Palm Springs.
Palm Springs is directed by Barbakow and stars Andy Samberg, Cristin Milioti, J.K. Simmons, and Camila Mendes, carefree Nyles, and a reluctant maid of honor, Siara.
May I cut in? It's the first dance.
They meet at a Palm Springs wedding.
It's one of those infinite time loop situations you might have heard about.
That I might have heard about.
They get stuck in a time loop and things get complicated as they are unable to escape the venue, each other, and they are forced to face their new reality.
No, I'm gonna get out of this.
Suit yourself. See you tomorrow.
The title itself, everybody knows the city Palm Springs and vacation and golfing and whatnot, but this movie, it's nothing like what you would expect.
Not at all. Let's talk about the direction really quick. Director Max Barbakow, I was looking through his IMDb and it's his first big thing. We've had a lot of that recently, and I don't want to stray too far off subject, but a lot of up-and-coming directors who are doing big things in a pandemic, no less.
What I really liked about just the cinematic feel of it, it almost made me feel like I was looking through an Instagram filter. Like, it was like a whole visco sort of scenario. It was a really, really good aesthetic that I appreciated throughout the film.
It's gonna be a beautiful wedding.
I think that he did a pretty good job, overall. There was no point when watching it that I was like, that was the wrong choice. Everything just really flowed seamlessly for me.
This direction was actually bold. There were some scenes that for a first-time director, I was like, oh, okay, you're gonna put that in this movie. Oh, and you're gonna put that in this movie as well. I'm about it. So a lot of things really captured me in that sense with the direction.
That didn't work? Let's waste some time.
It is a time loop film. So there is certain moments where you have to go back and kind of do the same thing over and over, again, or the same acting choice and the same camera angle, but from like a different camera and from a different angle. He did that very well. It was very seamless, and that's not easy to do because easily us as viewers could go, well, that wasn't there before, and that's wrong, and the inflection is wrong. So not only does that have to do with the direction, but also has to do with the actors and the writing, but direction alone, very good.
When you think time loop movie, everybody goes to Groundhog Day. Everybody thinks it's a classic. I probably am gonna get harassed for this, but I am not a huge Bill Murray fan as much as he's in so many Wes Anderson films, and I love Wes Anderson.
You're definitely gonna get a lot of stuff for that.
I know. So, when I think time loop, immediately I go to Groundhog Day, and this, it's like, it is a time loop film, but it doesn't do any of those same shticks that you would expect to see. It is a completely, it's the word that I came up with. It's delicious. It's silly.
This is crazy!
It messes with like this time-space continuum.
Nyles?
Don't come in here!
It's not your typical rom-com, and that's really what I appreciated about it.
Yes, I agree with you in the sense that it's not your typical rom-com. Like I said, I was laughing out loud at almost every scene. That definitely has to do with the writing by Andy Siara, which is just spot on. I am going to disagree with you on the fact that it reminded you of Groundhog's Day, and it's like a standalone in itself. I'm going to disagree with you on that.
I wasn't saying that it reminded me of Groundhog's Day, but because when people think of time loop film, that's immediately what they're going, like when you say that, that's immediately what people are going to go to. And I was just trying to clarify, it is not Groundhog's Day at all.
No, definitely not at all. But it didn't have that much of an original concept, in my opinion. I felt like, yes, it reminded me of Groundhog's Day. It also reminded me of the more recent film, Happy Death Day to You. They also had a sequel to that where somebody relives the same day over and over again. So original concept, no. Authenticity and genuine feeling throughout the film, yes. I stand by the film in that the writing was great and the direction was great, and the two leads, Andy Samberg and Cristin Milioti, definitely pulled it off. But in terms of an original concept, I'm gonna have to say it wasn't that original for me.
You know what? Can we talk about the acting? Because again, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of hate mail for this, but you know, I'm not a big Andy Samberg fan. You know,
who are you a fan of, Kira?
but let me land the plane with that, because this really changed my mind in regards to Andy and his acting ability. Yeah, he's kind of playing himself, and you know, Nyles is he is sort of the same characters that you do see him in, but after watching him in this, I really hope this opens more doors for him in regards to, you know, what other roles he can achieve.
Yeah, I mean, look, the chemistry between the two leads was great. It had to be. I mean, they're carrying the film. And I don't want to take away from their acting at any point, because to do a film, no matter what the film is an acting feat in and of its own. But as you said, Andy Samberg was basically playing himself, but I wasn't mad at it. I think that Andy Samberg is charming. I think he's funny. I think that he is goofy when he needs to be. And I think that's exactly what this role needed. In terms of Cristin Milioti, I think that she balanced out his character in a nice way, because she added the what word am I looking for? The kind of like the damper on it, where she played the more realistic
The voice
version.
of reason.
Exactly, thank you. The voice of reason role.
It felt so real.
And I think that she did a very good job. I feel like she handled being stuck in a time loop as we all might handle being stuck in a time loop.
Did you love it? Did you like it? Or should we lose it?
Well, I think my opinion might differentiate from yours. Like I said, I liked the acting. I liked the storyline. It wasn't original. There are no outstanding actor moments in there for me, but I thought everything was very well done, and it's a very enjoyable movie. So I'm going to say I liked it.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, and I'm kind of sad about this, because I really loved it. And I can say that because the amount of laughing, and maybe it's because I'm the type that's just really easily amused, because that is me. I laughed so much in this movie. I loved it. So I loved it.
All right. Well, I mean, you know, that's our review, you guys. I liked it. Kira loved it. Palm Springs is streaming right now on Hulu. Go and watch it. I am Timothy Michael.
I'm KIYRA LYNN.
We'll see you guys next time.